Whoa. The bridge of what you believe and the divine. There is a line between. The positive and negative. It's not all so black and white, but at some point it's not so gray either. You gotta figure out, how to think with full spectrum. Perspectives, and you'll see only as far as your eyes were evolved to view. And then, it's cool to know that that's only just like a fraction, like a small little percentage of reality. Dude, there's like ultraviolet, like X-rays, infrared, gamma rays, like maybe even further than we've measured as far as, right? Like, cosmic rays go, right? Wow. And cosmic rays are like potentially causing more changes in our reality than anything. They're shooting right through us. I mean, Earth's electromagnetic field definitely protects us to a certain degree. But I mean, wow, dude, like, hello. The sun and the Earth and all the planets are changing. They're coming close to that line, dude. That line between negative and positive. It's a sign. Like a sign of the times. What's going on in the solar system? It's not just here on Earth, like something huge. Everything is changing so fast. Accelerating. It's kind of a blast, Of the sun, I'm concerned about. All these stars we measured, like always, we thought every nova explosion was super. And we thought that was the end of it. We thought those stars were kablooskied off into Neverland. And that's, not quite the case. You see that a number of them are still in place. Like afterwards, once the, the dust settles. Blasts out far enough for us to see through again. There's still a little star in there, but it might have changed its frequency. Maybe formed another planet or 7. We don't know. Because everything does change in the universe constantly. As far as we know, it never goes back to the same. It's just always expanding and contracting as ponderative force accelerates electrically all the bodies in space, causing spin and expansion and even baby moons to be born from planets when the chain reaction begins. Look at that school of fish. Wow. Takes like 3 days for the solar wind to arrive at Earth. When we hit coronal mass ejections, or when we see them from our satellites, 3 days. And then we notice there's 100 times more lightning all across the planet. And instant floods. Like, everywhere that there's... Oh, look at those fish moving. Look at them go. Wow, look at that. Wow. See the waves? Oh, oops. Dang, there's so many fish in there. Sorry, guys, didn't mean to interrupt your flow. Holy cow. It's a good thing nature knows what to do, knows how to react when the time comes. It's true. I mean, most of nature senses it coming. But, not everyone. But, there's a bridge to cross the water. And supposedly there's a core to most of these planets in our star. And it's just kind of interesting since nobody's ever seen what's there. And I was thinking about sunspots, like little dark splotches. Those little magnetic. You gotta go around, Bubbles. You gotta go around, buddy. Bubbles, you gotta go around. Nope, other way. Come on, bub. Anyway, yeah, sunspots. If you zoom in, like we've just got new pictures of, well, new footage too of like the closest look at sunspots ever. And that has revealed to us that like the material on the corona, the Dr. Peter Robitaille explains how it's liquid hydrogen, explaining how in physics they make a hexagonal bond in an electric discharge event, like lightning and stuff. When fusion is occurring, hydrogen bonds in the shape of hexagons, which I found to be kind of coincidental. But yeah, anyway, the corona, which is primarily hydrogen, it looks like liquid, doesn't it? The way the surface of the sun moves, it's not, you know, your eyes aren't lying to you there. That is definitely moving like liquid because it probably is liquid. Anyway, the sunspots are like a hole. And if you look at the edges of that coronal, it's like a magnetic anomaly where the solar wind. Oh, hang on, Bubbles. Oh, buddy. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh. Bubbles, stop pulling so hard, bro. Come on. Wow. What was I saying? Oh, the edges of the sunspots, the flow that goes like a waterfall, that liquid plasma hydrogen in the sun, it flows down and in. And it's like, into what? Like supposedly they say that the sun is just dense helium that is going through a nuclear explosion. Like they're saying, you know, that according to the mass of the sun, based on Newton's laws, you know, our belief in math says that the sun has to be a certain density and mass for it to be the size that it is. And so they had to create this hypothesis that they ended up, after a few generations, calling a theory about the sun and the function of it, and how, you know, it happens to be blasting out all of the molecules, all of the elements in the periodic table. And anyway, it's anomalous because the temperature right above the surface of the sun is only like 6,000 degrees or something. My torch on my glass blowing torch is maybe a third or not even half of that temperature, I think. My kiln goes up to 2,000 degrees. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can almost produce that reaction just by combining oxygen and propane in a flame here on Earth. But yeah, supposedly we can't figure out this fusion reaction. So I see proof of fusion in fulgurites, where lightning strikes the sand and turns it into glass. I'm like, That's where olivine comes from. I think olivine is the product of fusion. Peridot, yo. So anyway, that is very significant since we can't really reproduce the few times they've said that they've come up with fusion reactions, they weren't able to reproduce the experiment. So I'm like, well, yeah, Dr. Emmett Brown did. He just harnessed the power of a lightning bolt. I don't know. I ain't got no lightning powers like Zeus. But, this root looks like a lightning bolt. Yeah. So what was I getting at? Oh, sunspots. Sunspots. Not coronal holes. Did I say coronal holes? Sunspots. Coronal holes are also where, like a gap in the corona, where the solar wind actually shoots out hotter and faster in the direction of the hole. So or outward from the hole. So it's almost like a break in the equilibrium of the plasmoid surface, right? It creates a perfect sphere as the plasma is kinked in zigzags and during the electric current, or as we're flying down the electric current of the galaxy arm. They call it a Z pinch. Like you can imagine a Z doing it in your yo-yo. When your yo-yo string, you pull it down and it gets all kinked up, and sometimes your yo-yo gets all tangled, right? Well, if a plasma stream is going straight and there's just like too much power going through an electric current at once, just sometimes it'll explode and cause a short circuit. Sometimes it finds equilibrium and it creates a plasmoid. Like a lightning bolt that all of a sudden like zigzags like your yo-yo string, and it'll find its own equilibrium by creating a sphere, and the lightning bolt is able to continue, and a star lights up, and it goes into glow mode, and there you have it. A star is born. And sometimes a star can be going through that continuous reaction for a very long time, like millions of years as it flies down the current as it rides its way around the torus shape of the galaxy, as it goes back towards the king Koki frog in the center of the galaxy. Bubbles, quit pulling so hard, buddy. Jeez. No, dude, I'm serious. Stop pulling so hard. It's not cool. Have patience. Jesus Christ. All right, so anyway. Plasma, Z-pinch, star, sunspots flowing down and inside. Yes, we looked at the new footage shows. Hello. It's not even new. I saw this like a few years ago. Oh, Bubbles has a new friend. Oh, he's getting tangled up. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Here you go. It's okay. Oh, he's a good boy. It's all right. It's all good. Yeah. So sunspots show the plasma flowing down and in over the edge of the sunspots. It's like the hole on the sun. It looks straight up like the inside of the sun is hollow. Like, I swear, you could just see the edges. It's just like water going over a waterfall, but in, a circular pattern. And straight up looks like the inside of the sun is hollow. Bubs, come here, buddy. Go. Good boy. Oh, come on, buddy. You can let him run around if you want.
Yeah, you drink after.
Okay. Good dog. Yeah, we friends. Oh, yeah, we're friends. I'm fast. You're fast. I'll have to find that video of the sunspot flowing down and in for you. It is very interesting. The questions that, came up in my mind were spinning around, spiraling for a couple years now. Since I saw that stuff, I was just like, whoa, dude. Whoa. The sun is just like so amazing. I mean, it's like, pretty much our source of light and life and heat and water. It's giving us water on a constant basis and supercharging Earth and whatever kind of comet is in our core. And yeah, for all we know, Earth could be hollow too. And all the moons, Jupiter and Saturn, might have been like stars of their own. Literally, we could have been, dude, some of the planets could have been like following Saturn around, like inside Saturn's, heliosphere, right? It's just like the sun has all the planets inside of its heliosphere. And yeah, there could have been like some kind of crazy event in history that just caused mayhem on all of the planetary bodies that were following the sun and all the planetary bodies that followed. Or Jupiter. Jupiter could have been our companion star, and then the sun decided to gobble it up, and Jupiter gave birth to a bunch of babies. And I'm trying to figure that part out. I'm trying to replay the video in my mind, in my imagination, and it's like I'm closer every day to figuring it out. But yeah, it's good to realize that, we don't know everything yet, so as far as teachers go, keep that in mind, that it's our job to tell the kids, instead of memorize these answers for the test, believe everything I'm saying as fact. Teach them the scientific method, which is we test things out, we try new approaches, look at different perspectives, and we reconsider all the time, starting over, fresh, with every new approach, And that, my friends, is how we make progress together. It's up to the kids, I see it clear as day. Kids these days are learning so fast, and The adults just think they got it all figured out. And some of them are unwilling to reconsider, which is sad because it's preventing them from learning. And to me, that's what life is all about, is learning. I am hooked. I spend hours every day doing research, asking questions, finding answers, and the answers always lead to more questions. And to me, it seems like time is accelerating. Everything is going faster and faster. And the signs are very apparent that the world is changing, as are all of the other planets and the sun. So don't get too used to the way it is, or was. Supposedly the Sahara used to be a lush rainforest, and now it's a complete desert covered in sand. And somehow all that sand got there. And that is a mystery worth considering. Praise Jesus.